Good morning. It says I'm live. It's live before. And it says I have volume. Yay! It's all working on today that I'm going to do nothing. Or not much anyway, if anything. Oh, good morning. I'll wait and let people find me. And let's see, this morning, remember, whoop, you got this today. You got this. Good morning, Practically Creative, who is Melissa. Good morning, my big tidy up, who is Dee Dee. We're all, I don't know, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed seems to be an overstatement. Good morning, Deborah. Morning, morning, morning. I like how those are coming together. Why is it when you get on a live, I only have a little bit of sense of direction, but I lose all sense of direction. I need some water. Sometimes I wake up and have some coffee, and what I really want is water. Oh, we're going to do a bunch of nothing today. Maybe do a little bit of something because I can't just do nothing. I did do that for several days, and I about went crazy. And Nightbot is awake. I am just warm today, every day. Good morning, Sherry. There was not a planned theme or anything like that. That's why the random thumbnail. Typos and everything. Actually, the thumbnail didn't have typos this time. It was the actual title that had typos, and that's kind of what I do. Guess who, Nancy? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Oh, it's good to see you. I hope you and your husband are doing good. It's good to see everybody. It's just been a while since I've seen my friend Nancy. Should have brought a fan over here. So, let's see. We're almost 3 minutes in. Not going to miss much if I start talking now. If you missed this part, you're getting the replay, and thank you. Oh. Welcome, everybody that's new, everybody that's returning. Lurkers, you know we love you. I've done a fair bit of that myself. Deborah is waiting for coffee. I had my coffee at 4. At 4. And I broke up the slumber party going on in my dryer since Sunday afternoon. I don't know when I did laundry. I moved on and decided to clear out all these drawers and reorganize all the drawers to fit what I'm doing now, since I've finished a couple, well, not really finished, but gotten a couple things done. And I am still watching tons of bag making videos. There is one lady whose style, actually there's a couple ladies, there's several, but there's one that I find myself going back to. You know what I mean? That's just talking my language. I understand. Let's see, what is her name? I'm going to attempt to put links in without getting us off the live stream. Melissa. That would be moderator Melissa. Who, thank you, we appreciate you. She has a blue wrench, and she can share links. She can boot people out of my chat. She can put you in timeout if she wants to, but you know, we try to use those options sparingly. I say we, I mean me, I'm liberal. I'll put everybody in timeout just because I think it's funny. And oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. I don't have anything to do today. Melissa, you're taking away my one job. I had one job. Thank you. And Melissa's sharing all the links now. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I actually could have done that today. I'm useless. I'm just going to sit here and be present. Oh, who I found useful. That's what I was going to put in. Barbie. Barbie, I found very useful. Did I spell that right? I spelled that right. I think I've got all the bag makers I watched. Lauren Mormino. The two of them seem to be the ones that I can chain watch. But I also watched Tori and Jess at Oklahoma. Tori at So Legit. I think I got that right. See, I can either remember the name or I can remember the channel. Lower your expectations if you're expecting both. Yes, Jeannie's Designs. Now, I caught a little piece of that explanation. I think someone used to say something about Blue Jeannie to her, or grandma or something. I don't know. I haven't watched enough to know. I should have asked that last night. I was lurking in her live. It was a good time. We had a good time, and every time I started typing, I was like, no, I don't want to say it. No, I don't want to say it. No, I don't want to say it. For hours. That's what I did. She was live last night, and she goes live today sometime too. But her name is Barbie. Barb. She introduces herself at the beginning of every video, I think, but I'm watching her hands most of the time. I'm watching her hands because I get a good view of what her hands are doing. She's got her camera like over here to the side, kind of like we do, Melissa, a little bit closer. And she's got a monster machine compared to mine. I think it is compared to Melissa's too. Melissa has a Juki T, I want to say 210. But I have this little bitty, Walmart special. Melissa, you're already saying hi to Nancy. Oh, it's so nice to see Nancy. Let's see, we're doing better. I about lost him Friday the 23rd. They had to put him on ventilator. He had pneumonia so bad he couldn't breathe, but the Lord bless me, he is still here. Oh. Thank you, God. And we'll keep praying for him and you. That is a scary thing. By the way, while we're praying, we can pray for everybody that's affected by the fires at our neighbors up there in Canada and the flooding, and it's just not been fun anywhere in the world for a lot of people. Losing a lot of people. Anyway, if you don't pray, don't pray. I say that all the time because I feel like if I say, if you pray, people don't hear if. They hear, you're going to pray, you're going to do it now, I'm going to beat you over the head with the Bible. No, that's not how I work. I do me, you do you. Deborah says she remembers Barbie. She remembers Barbie. But so I don't have a block plan today. Yes, we pray for everyone, Nancy says. Yes, we do. Reach out to your higher power, Melissa says. It's Tuesday. I have company. What happens on Tuesday? You walk by awkwardly and we get to see your socks down. Whoops, where are they? Down there. Did you see the feet? They belong to one of the men of the house. By the way, Sylvia, I was going to tell you, I think it was last week when you were watching. I don't know if Sylvia's here. I'll remember to tell her later, though, now that I'm saying it out loud. This means I love you in sign language. And this is thank you. And that concludes my limited knowledge. So if I don't have any audio sometimes, thank you. Okay, I don't have a block plan for this week because I need a break. My brain needed a break. It wasn't that I didn't have inspiration. I have too much inspiration. And even though I'm making lists, and I saw you, and I heard you, they did too. Sorry about that. We play. Making lists and all that was not getting what was going into my head come out. So I needed to start doing, and I'm working on that diaper bag for my daughter-in-law. It's more like a rucksack, and I'm not a maker. I've made 2 besides the Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse one that I made last week. And the other 2 were mine. Well, one big zipper. There was just nothing to follow. There was nothing to figure out. But the rucksack she's wanting is kind of squared, and it's got a pull around zippered top. And I want to do it like she wants it, because that's what she wants. And I remember when I had a baby, I got what I could afford. And this bag on Etsy is like $200. Well, first of all, it says it's real leather. I ain't making real leather. I told him, I said, don't get your expectations too high, because my machine is not going to do leather. It might do faux leather or vinyl, which I now know it will, but it's not going to do leather. I learned some other sign language signs, but like most languages, the first words you learn are not safe for work. Everybody knows that sign language, Melissa. Okay. Deborah says, love that quilt top behind you. Love the black and bright colors. Thank you. If you look at, I got it right. It's on this side. If you look at, got too cocky. This right here, oops, this block right here, when I put my square blocks with their sashing around them, it makes, and you probably see the 4 patch in the middle. It's a rectangle 4 patch. But if you focus out a little bit, you can see the star there too. I did not do that on purpose. I was just making it fit the dimensions I wanted. And to do that, I needed it elongated. And I thought that that would be a little bit different of a border to do, and I got a secondary picture, and an hourglass type one comes up in between them. And if you turn it sideways, you'll see that way too. Anyway, this is actually sideways. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. This is from our block of the month that will be releasing June's on Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Apparently, this is where I keep all my memory at. I noticed I look right there when I'm trying to come up with words. There's a light back there. I think it affects the memory portion of my brain. Oh. And from here, there's a curve. That's what I see. The circle, it kind of looks like an eye. That's the one I was going for. That's the one I saw too. That's what I was going for. It kind of looks like an eye with the center. I was not expecting to start things out there. I was just putting it together. All right, Deborah, we'll wait for you. We're waiting for Deborah now. She's getting coffee. Oh, goodness. All right, like I was saying, my brain was just filling up with too much stuff, and I had to start doing some of these things that weren't quilting related, which kind of set me up to not be able to focus on my quilting related. I haven't done the last block for my Show Me City Lights, that last 4 block. I've gotten the one that I did, week before last. I've got 3 more blocks to do for that, and I wanted to do it, and I really should get my other machine out. Set one up to sew for the bags and set the other one up, because when I changed the thread in this yesterday, I changed the thread and the needle in this yesterday to a jean needle, a denim needle, a 94. Let's say 9014, but I thought I got thicker than that this time. I did 110/18 needle. That's what was available when I got them the day that I got these. Can't even tell you where I got it from. I'm pretty sure it was Amazon, but I didn't need that many because I thought I'm just going to have those on hand, because I hemmed some of my dad's jeans, a pair of my dad's jeans for him, and I thought those are good. I should just have them on hand. So anyway, now I bought them. I think I ordered them in bulk. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing more. What are these? 5-card. I think that's what they are. Let's just say that's what they are. Come on. My nose is going to itch now. My allergies went off yesterday, and I thought I was getting sick last night. I went to bed at 7. Nope, just allergies. Breaking through the allergy medicine. So if my eyes turn beet red and I start tearing up, I'm not crying. As far as you know. Anyway, and I found out something else. This machine, this very cheap machine, I put a 18 needle on it. Oh, coffee. Congrats. And I'm trying to say Barbara. Deborah. And I tried. Now, I talked to our local bag expert, and I call Tracy the local bag expert right now. She is my go-to. Although all my friends know about bag making and stuff. I was talking to her, and I told her that I got some Tex 70, and that's just a whole nother wormhole, rabbit hole to go down. If you're looking at threads and stuff, that is just, usually get it by weight like 40 or 50. In fact, my embroidery thread is I was sure it's on the top, so I didn't write it down. Mystery. That's what the embroidery thread is. Actually, it says that I just can't read it. It's a 40 or a 50 because that's usually what I sew with and what I embroider with. But a 70 is, a Tex 70 is kind of equivalent to about a 24 or 28 thread, which is what I want to try for top stitching, not top stitching, quilting tops, because it's so much thicker. Let's see if I can get this to show. I'll find a piece of white paper. You can see the thickness difference in it. Anyway, I set this machine up last night because I wanted to take notes. Because I wanted to try it after the polyester thread did not seem to like what I was doing as much. Okay. I don't know if you can see that as well, and that shadow isn't helping. But let's turn it this way. There we go. This one by my fingers is the Tex 70. It's much thicker, and Tracy didn't think it was going to work on the machine. I was like, I've already ordered it. Oh, dang it. Because I looked it up, and it said that the machine should be able to handle it. Just because it says it should does not mean it will. And it does. I don't know how well it's going to handle it because all I have sewn with it is vinyl and faux leather. Isn't that pretty? The vinyl is from Amazon. The faux leather vinyl, I don't usually shop there because I don't agree with their views, but Hobby Lobby. Wait, no. This one wasn't from Hobby Lobby. I got two to see what the difference was. This one was from Walmart. My big mouth. All that behind me, the black, the brown, the cow, all that faux leather, and I think the cow may be a faux suede, is from Hobby Lobby. Oh, Deborah was in the genealogy rabbit hole. Yep. 3 hours. I get into genealogy, and I'll go until I get a migraine from it. But anyway, so I sewed this, and I'm really wishing I used a bigger stitch. You probably can't. Maybe that's short for it. I think I used a 4. I think I need to go up to a 5. You can't make a mistake when you're using vinyl and leather because holes are permanent. I had to fix something because the first time I went down it with my poly thread, I made a line of holes, but I did not leave a line of thread. So I redid it. But this is that free pattern that I put over on my community page, the Sunshine Crossbody, I think what it is. But I took it, I printed it out, and then I added 1 inch to every side because I think my mom would like this for a purse. And this, the corners are for a box edge, so it's going to look kind of like that. Kind of. Her birthday's coming up. So anyway, I changed the thread on that, and I didn't want to change it back. So on blocks. And see, what is this? Sunday, I did some rage cleaning. I'm blurry this morning. Must be my internet. Good thing I'm not sewing. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry says the bag is going to be beautiful. Let's see if I can bring up another box. We were having thunder. It stopped, so hopefully it's not affecting anything. I'm checking something out real quick. Everybody blurry? Got me blurry? Yeah, that's bad. Give me a sec. Just a second. I'm doing something over here. I don't think my phone is on. Last time it was my phone. Boy! You hear me holler? I usually holler from here. Working on it. What was I doing? Yeah. See if it'll answer me. Well, it's cleared up a little bit. I'm spamming my son so I don't have to yell or get up. Josh? I'm thinking I need to go beat him now. And that was a joke, in case you don't know me. That was a joke. This one, I don't think has ever been spanked. No reason to. My other ones, they made them. Give me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves while I go make sure he's not doing anything. You know any reason why I'd be worried? You know any reason why I'd be worried? Phone on house internet? All right. Well, it's not him. Let's check my local internet. Some days go like that. Well, my local internet is still a really great speed for YouTube. I don't know why it's blurry. It's got to be the internet to YouTube connection. Am I still blurry? We're going to spend the next 20 minutes talking about how blurry I am. Yep, still blurry. Let's get that light out. Maybe it'll help not having so much light because the camera, it's clear. Be very, very still. Sometimes that affects the upload rate, download. going to be that type of morning, is it? Okay, I've cleared up for right now. Now the key is don't move. Give the computer less to do. Give the internet less to do. I am talking about things I don't know. That may be it too. It may be too busy for it. Hang on a second. We'll get to stop focusing on my background, you nosy busybody. Maybe that'll help. Melissa says it looks like it's just trying to focus on the background. Oh. Okay. Looks like I've cleared up. All right. Anyway, we're going to go back to bag talking. I was looking at bags and I was thinking, and now I'm watching the other stream I have up to see if I'm blurry. Stop that one though. I was thinking, and I went over to Halo's, over at Halo and Spider, it's Inspirations, and I saw some Tula fabric, piece of Tula fabric right there. This is going to do all kinds of bad things to the camera. Sorry. Let's just use this side. Put a piece of Tula fabric right there. It would look amazing with matching straps, or just black straps with a pop of the Tula going through the center of the strap. Well, then my mind took off down that rabbit hole for a little while last night, and I started looking through all the fabrics over at Halo's. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. I haven't got anything screaming, you need to make this on a live. You need to do this pattern for everybody at the moment. So I thought I would just kind of use this week to work on other stuff. Sometimes we just need a week to work on other stuff. This is some foam. And this either came from Joann's or Walmart, I'm positive. Flex foam. It says naked, no tri-coat. I looked it up when I bought it. I don't remember what that means now. It has to be glued because it's not adhesive. But I'm finding a marker and a chalk pen, regular dry erase type chalk pencil work really good to mark on things. And you're not going to see it because it's not see-through leather. Anyway, this pattern is really easy. All you have to do is print them out, trace them on your fabric, and there are so many tutorials out there on this one, and the necessary clutch wallet in CW, which apparently has like a cult following. Probably shouldn't do this on your lap. There's no telling what I'm going to come up with when I'm done. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. My hands need something to do. Okay, focusing on, oh, still, did my chat die? Did I kill the chat? I may have killed the chat. I don't know if my regular fabric glue, I would like a spray so it's more evenly distributed. Will work to put this in the, thank you. Got the tail off. Not going to throw it in the floor today. I've been doing too much to my back lately. Put this in the purse. It's going to be more like a purse than a bag, than a crossbody is what I don't like crossbodies so much. I'm never going to wear something. And all I carry is a little bitty wallet. I mean, it holds cards and an ID. That's all I carry. So, ooh, foam. Almost finished her first minion. Yay, Deborah. Melissa says that the NCW does have a cult following. But that means that Google Images has tons of ideas to look at. It does. And I want to do Melissa did a double zipper. I want to do the double zipper version. Let me put this over here where it goes. Somebody did something wrong. It's too much at the top. Maybe I grabbed the wrong pattern. That's okay. Where is that? Let's see if I can make everything fall when I do this. Oh, yay. This is I'm making a bigger version of this, I hope. It's going to be a little bit bigger, if not a lot bigger. But I was going to make a matching wallet. Let's do that. And this morning when I was looking at fabric for the liner of the bag, because I'd gotten this. It's a ripstop. It's 200 denier, which is, I don't know, stitches, weight, whatever that is. It's very thin, so you can see, I think, that it's fraying. And I don't know that I want to use that. But when I was looking in my fabric, and I'm pretty sure this is a Pat Sloan fabric, probably her last line or line before last. I'm not positive. We've got this. See if I can get it close enough that that will be gorgeous with the black and purple. Oh my gosh. So now I'm thinking I need that for the lining, at least of the purse. And I think that the crossbody, all you need to make that is fat quarters. If you've never made one, this is a good one to start. Find someone who's speaking your language, follow along as they do it, pause the video, start the video. That's what I did. I hate reading patterns. I hate reading. I'm an awful person. I know everybody likes reading. They've got a whole, book series that they can tell you that they love, authors that they can love. I do not. I liked Tolkien, and I don't even know who wrote Gone with the Wind, but at the time I was pregnant with my first child. I read that entire book and I liked it. But in general, I do not like reading. Sylvia, oh, you're not late. You're right on time. This is exactly when we expected you. Not doing too much today. So, and troublemakers generally stay out of the chat because they're on this side of the camera. It wasn't going to be a long one anyway. I'm not burnt out, but I am worn out. So I needed a break, and I'm taking one. Maybe next week I'll come up with something else. Maybe I'll get the other machine shut. Maybe I'll get the other machine set up and have it ready to go for next week. That way, if nothing else, we'll try some free motion quilting on those table runners I did. See how that goes live, because when you haven't done something very often, you should do it on a live. And we might get to the point where I'm playing with things like they did on the live last night that I was watching, lighters, very sharp objects, hammers. Bag makers have the coolest toys. And the other one was electric screwdrivers. Flamethrowers, okay, not flamethrowers. They use lighters. It may or may not be a flamethrower by the time I get me one. Hammers and electric screwdrivers. And I was like, yes, tools. And let's see. Not there. This thing, it's a hole punch. I hope it works good. I have to learn how to use it. This is giant. Shouldn't have to use it that often because it's good for rivets and things, because somebody may have gotten some rivets because they're delusional. And this one too. This one's more my hand size. And Sylvie, if you showed up 5 minutes earlier, I would have said that is exactly when we expected you. You're always on time to live. Oh, this thing. I was rage cleaning. I'm sure nobody else has ever done this. They get annoyed with, their children, their better half, their parents, their siblings, their, life in general. You get annoyed to the point where you can't take anymore. So you clean. You clean until all that excess energy that you have for raging is gone. I took everything out of this Sunday and I know, what was I raging about? Hormones. Also, menopause is not your friend, not our friend. Perimenopause, I don't care what they call it. The outcome is the same and it is not pleasant. Anyway, I pulled everything out of this and I had stuff all over the floor. I had stuff for the bag I'm making my daughter-in-law all over the floor. Sylvie says her mom used to have one of those hole punches. And Deborah says she has lots of rivets. LOL, so do I now. And most of mine came from Vine, so they were free, relatively speaking. By the way, I've made 2 sales. Thank you for using my Amazon links, and they are reevaluating my status, which means I may or may not keep my affiliate links. Things were all over the floor. I mean, it was, and I can't take things on the floor anyway. So it's kind of, I made my own headache on top of all this other, things that were going on. So I came over here and I decided to start with this. I pulled everything out and reorganized everything. And I'm having to do it in spurts because my back can only do so much. I do it, I go sit down, cool off, wait, go do some more, get the heat pad. And I did that most of Sunday. Then I decided that I was going to sew this. I didn't care how it came out. I was going to sew it. I was going to sew it, period. So then I sew it. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing good. I got this done. Doing good. Even lined. It has a working zipper. Always good to see when the zipper works. So I decided to put it on this, which was not the problem. I can do rounded corners. Actually, I did them a lot easier than everybody made them look. I don't know if it's just because I was slower, because I've only done a few rounded corners, so I don't know why. Anyway, but I decide that I'm a genius, and what I need to do is storage boxes with sections is how Deborah keeps hers. I've got some I'm going to get, just not now because somebody spends too much money. Budget is real. This can't stay like this. Although it has the pocket, it has the lining, it needs something back here. This is just light stabilizer interfacing, light interfacing I put on it. Something needs to go back there. So me being the genius I am, and you know I am, I'm going to take this, put the lining that I want across here, cut it 2 inches bigger, because I'm going to do the binding from it as I go while I'm still not the happiest camper. Oh my gosh. I spent 4 hours yesterday seam ripping. And when I got tired of seam ripping, I had this much left. I went, and it worked. That thing came apart real quick. Oh no, 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 no. Good morning, Pug Mom. Son says the internet died. Did my internet die? No, I still have internet.
Well, it died for me.
Good. Your internet can die. I am on a live. That means they're important. I have to stay here. What? Go do dishes. They're not going to care. A boy is doing dishes. Who is cheering? I'm not a bad mom. Okay. Woo. There is a delay between what you see and what I see on the chat. So if you answer and I'm still asking, it's because it's taken a minute to show up for me. You know, one of my friends on here, Melissa, She says that she used to say the simplest thing in the world was a man doing dishes. Do we need to invite girls over? I'm going to be in so much trouble after this live. Oh, I don't know if I finished my sentence. Deb, good morning. It's good to see you. Oh, and everybody's cheering for the boy doing dishes. And he's thoughtful. He doesn't want to do them during the live. I am the best mom. I don't have, yes, I do. I was looking at the wrong box, seeing if my live was still working. I was like, I don't have live chat up. I don't know if I've missed stuff. I'm not repeating that because that's only going to get me in trouble. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. I have no self-control. Jason Momoa, I think I said that right, is hot, but he'd be perfect if he was running a vacuum. Oh, that's funny. You know what? I lost my center notches. No, I didn't. I lost one of them because I trimmed this up after I ripped it out. I decided it needed to be trimmed up. Have to make center notches to find the center, but this is just a chat this morning, so sorry if you showed up wanting to sew on and free patterns or fun patterns and all that good stuff, because I just needed a chat. Finding the center of this so I can pin it while we sit here and give my son a hard time. Oh, and that last one was probably way too big that I cut. Oh, now that has two stars. What did I do? Okay. Oh. But Melissa said, change the subject, using the jean needle, a heavier needle, and going slow would work on this machine, and it is. So I'll switch my machines out, and I'm feeling like I really want to. There's Dee Dee. She says, yes, sir, get those dishes done. Sorry. I don't do dishes. I probably do dishes once a day, but yeah, I used to do dishes all day long because I cooked every meal back before my back gave out. And now it's like, well, you can dirty the dishes up until this time of day, and then I won't be doing them. My husband does the dishes regularly. That's true. And I forgot what I was doing. Oh, no, I marked that. You know what works great for holding thick leathers? I have smaller ones, but these do too. These things right here, and I saw 2 bag making people use these regularly for leather because they work. And I was like, oh, cool, I've got those. But I was going to center this and pin it together while we're talking. And I'm going to do it in midair because, well, that's not the right way. We like to live dangerously. Made 2 notches and I'm lining them up. And I still don't know how exactly I'm going to get the lining back there. If I want to put the lining on as I'm putting this on, and then I'll do the binding then, but I'm not waiting until the end and the whole thing's done to do the binding because Melissa pointed out and I saw somebody else do it and I was wondering why you can't do it that way when I didn't see anybody else doing it. Besides this one person, why you can't do the binding as you go. Oh, there's my notch. Because after I sew this together, this is going to be a raw edge. So you take binding, just like there's binding, and bind this all these fabrics right here. And part of the mistake I made was I wanted bottle holders. So I thought the best way to get the bottle holders in was I connected a backing that will go against the bag and lined it up. Well, my bottle holders were too small. This is practice. This is practice. So if I mess it up, it's okay. I'd like to do a good job though, because I'm going to donate it down the road when it's done, unless my daughter-in-law decides she must have this one. She's welcome to it too. I really don't know what design she wants now though. What was it? Can't remember what I asked my son, but so she likes several different things. Anyway, I should have marked the sides too, but it doesn't matter. This thing's going to get lined up. Where did I go? Argue with hubby and you can get things done. Just saying. Deborah, you are absolutely right. I don't even need to argue. I tell him when he comes home almost all the time. I'm like, when he's at work, I keep telling him, come home. Come home. When he gets home and he'll say something. And I was like, all day I wanted you to come home until you start talking. You can go back to work now. Shut up and look pretty or go away. I actually say that to him. He knows I'm kidding. He knows I'm kidding. Most of the time. Sometimes depends what he's talking about. And I'm like, just keep talking. I found the way to get him to talk though, and this is actually part of what agitated me the other day. It agitated me Saturday. I was plotting this bag all week. It was all over the floor. I had 3 different bag patterns printed out and on the floor trying to figure out how I was going to do this one. Tips, tricks, because I hadn't done one, and what I should have done was done one, but I didn't want to do all that extra work. She says as she's putting together something she had to completely rip out. So I'm sitting there just plotting. I watched Mom and Pop's live, and I was like, okay, now what? So I got tired of sitting, and there wasn't any laundry to do. I'd already done all the laundry. And I come over here and decided to sew this piece together with the zipper, because I'd put the zipper part in earlier because I was watching a video. I'd pause it and I'd do it, and I'd pause it and I'd do it because I'd done it before, but I just couldn't remember. And I get the zipper put in, and I come over here and I start to sew. I had to change my needle. I had to change my thread because I had some different thread in. My bobbin ran out. I had to wind a bobbin. All that good stuff that happens as soon as you decide to sit down. I'm over here and I got it all done. It's all ready. I sit down getting ready to top stitch this thing. Oh, and the tape. I used 2-sided tape because apparently that's what they all use. This tape didn't like me at first, but then I got it to work because I was being impatient with it. My husband's in the kitchen. He's going to put dinner in. I seasoned the chicken and all that. Froze it, so it just came out. All you had to do was put some spray in it, stick it in the air fryer, right? That's all you had to do. It wasn't breaded or anything, just season, spray it. That's what we like in the air fryer. I sit down. I didn't even get to stitch. Got everything ready, got over here, changed my foot, start to drop that needle, and my husband's in there going, that's raw chicken. Why, yes, it is. I'm going to get raw chicken on my hands. Yes. Indeed you will, because you're a slob. He's not a slob, but I say things like that. Why don't you come in here and run me some dishwater? Because that's not a 2-person job. I haven't started sewing yet. I get up, I go in there and take over. It's like, go away. That's all I got. Go away. He is a germaphobe. That's not a secret. It's not I'm not telling anything. Not everybody knows. He is a germaphobe, not a serious germaphobe, but when it comes to raw meat, he's more so than me. I clean. I'm confident that I'm cleaning the area. I'm confident that I'm cleaning meat. I'm not whipping chicken around by the tail, throwing ick all over the kitchen. Apparently, he can't do this without doing that. sew. That stopped me from sewing it. Then I waited all day to sit down and sew. And as soon as I got over here and got everything ready, he decides it's time to eat, and he's going to let me know about the raw chicken. Get out. Get out. Go play on the highway. I'm just a good person like that. I saw Deborah said, mine did, or Melissa said mine did dishes last night because I couldn't move my hands at all. And mine's kind of, my husband's a little bit sketchy when it comes to things like that. Some days he'll just be better than gold. Baby and me, wanting me to take care of myself, wanting me to stay off the floor, stop sitting at the sewing machine because it hurts me. And then other days, I can barely walk, and he thinks I need to make dinner. It's hit and miss. Anybody else? I'm sure I'm not alone. I made this outside too big at first because I did smaller seam allowances than I'd planned, so I had to Now, I was thinking about making that necessary wallet on a line. Melissa's done that. She should do another one now that we a little bit better at stuff that we do. Deborah said you have to be coordinated, Coleen. I told my husband he was going to be the topic today. He says, "What do you got to say about me?" I said, "Oh, I got stuff to say about you." People who say things like, "It's like, don't complain about me on live." I'm laughing. If I'm complaining, you're going to know it. My face is going to change. I don't have a poker face. Men, Deborah says. This may just turn into a hen party. Sorry, guys. I think I'm going to try to sew this. I don't know if I should try this because concentration is serious. And this Saturday, it was after the dinner debacle, and by that time my back's all you have to do is put the chicken in the air fryer, flip it halfway through. The green beans. We have to start the green beans really early because I like them cooked, and he likes them cooked until they have absolutely no nutritional value. That's just how we like them. I think they're Southern like that. Anyway, so sometime after dinner, we're sitting on the couch on the left seat over here where we sit together. And we hear a boom. It's like a basketball hit the side of the house or something hit a pole and it shook that side of the house a little bit. And he's looking at me. I usually get up and run. I beat him out the door to see what's going on. I was just like, "Are you going to look?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm getting it." And because he's playing his computer. He's got to get somewhere safe, do all that. So he does that. He goes outside. He comes back in and he's like, "I don't see nothing. It wasn't our house." Okay. Then Sunday sometime, I was going to give him a hard time about something. I opened the door to the garage from the house. For a split second, I thought he did that on purpose to terrify me. We have a great big old deer head that his dad gave him that's mounted. It was in the back room for decoration. Somehow he managed to knock that down. He's a bull in a china house. Don't ask. I don't know. So he took it in the garage. I told him, "Put it by the hot water heater. It'll be fine." And he's like, "I'm not putting it by the hot water heater." Okay, fine. Do what you want. Well, I go into the garage and there's this big deer head in the center of an empty floor. I jumped because I am easily startled. And I started to laugh and I was like, "Tim!" And then I stopped and I walked back to the back of the house where he was, the whole 2 rooms over. And I go, "Tim, were you trying to be funny by putting that deer head in the middle of the garage floor?" And he's like, "What?" So no. And he's like, No, why would I do that? My dad gave that to me. Why would it be in the floor? I said, I don't know. He walks back there, and it's a good 8 feet from the wall he put it on. We have no idea how it jumped that far. It is solid. It shouldn't have bounced. And it didn't break anything on it. All the antlers, everything is still good on it. But at first I thought he did that just to scare me. And then he was bad. He's bad because he thought it broke. His dad gave it to him, blah, 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 blah. That's not the important part. The important part was I was startled. It's like, that's the story I'm telling on my live. And he's like, why? Because you can't stop me. So he says, can't complain about my man. He's doing it all the time. Good for him. He's a good one. Sylvia's is a good one. We like him. So I'll show you how slow I'm sewing it. I just had the zipper foot on here. I'm using what's called a guesstimate about the distance. Oh. Does anyone know what this is for? I'm going to get a piece of wood and drop it in there and clamp it to my table. Zipper jig. It works great for a zipper jig. I'm all over the place this morning. It's just that kind of day. I knew it would be. I take the zipper, and it's backwards when I do this. I take the zipper and I pick one of the holes in it. Wow, they went where we were supposed to that time. And I drop it in there. And then you take the zipper, you put one side in the side, one side in the side, and you pull it down the middle. And it puts your zipper tape that comes without a zipper on it. I saw the ladies using a jig, and I was like, that's just a V. What do I have that's just a V that I can use for this? Because that's one of the things I was struggling with when he decided I needed to help make dinner. I forgot about that until just now. One of the things was getting this because my hands shake. Even with this thing, my trimmers aren't the nicest. So I may have to use, see, they're starting. May have to use pre-made zippers a lot. That might just be a thing that I have to do. But I wanted to do the zipper tape because Tracy's cool and Tracy does zipper tape. Oh. Deborah says ruffles. Bend 2 of the tines. I don't need to bend the tines. They fit. Oh, so I have more room? Got rid of those. So I told my husband, I was like, you could make me a zipper jig, couldn't you? Probably. Probably do lots of things, though. I'm more apt to do it myself, though. Stubborn like that. Anyway. We don't really use this serving fork for anything. So I thought I'd make a good zipper jig. This is Tex. I don't like the way that goes. I start on a seam. I also have my seam tape on here, so I can kind of watch it, except I'm a little bit further that way, so it's not going to matter in this seam, but other ones it will. Okay. I hadn't tried sewing with it on this. I'm going to have to ask somebody because it feels like these are brand new needles. It doesn't feel like it's piercing it. It feels like it's poking it. Like instead of going, I don't know how to explain it. Instead of going straight through the fabric, it's kind of taking it down with it and then going through it more so than just piercing it straight off the bat. Sylvia's eating. So I am using my seam tape to kind of watch this. And this is not the ideal position to be sewing it. Right in front of your machine. try to get your hands level with your machine bed as close as you can. Straight up. My spine is crooked. Straight up is relative. My other foot would probably keep it on here better. But anyway. See, it just, maybe it's the size of it and the thickness, but I don't remember it sounding like that when I was using my quilting needle, which is a 9014 microtext. And I think they may have had these in microtext. I need to clip this after I sew it, the edges. So anyway, this is very unlike me to do a bag, and I'm not going to start doing bags on the channel. I may talk bags, but I'm not going to start doing them. There's, yep. Okay, I don't like this foot for this. Taking it away. My fabric keeps going this way because of the sideways, the amount of fabric that's there is pushing this way. And that foot was allowing it to go that way instead of trying to even out the pressure like a regular foot does, if that makes sense. See, my chat's scrolling. I'll have to get back in just a second. Halo does 3 o'clock Thursdays. Dee Dee at My Big Tidy Up, who does all things tidying, cleaning, simple DIYs, and apparently duck babysitter. Puts up shorts Wednesdays and does pre-records Fridays. I heard from a little birdie named Her, she may be able to be convinced to do a live, which would be fun. Get good moderators. That's all I gotta say. See, it feels like it's pushing the fabric, not there. It's going through much easier though. When I change my foot. Random things you figure out. Top stitching, I like using my zipper foot no matter where I'm top stitching. Okay, I'm not doing that circle, that curve here on the left because my nose is going to be right up to it. And you're not going to see nothing. Halo does 3 p.m. Wednesday unless she just changed her date. What did I say? Dee Dee does Fridays. Halo does 3 p.m. Yes. If I said something else, I apologize. I'm giving misinformation. Once again, it's kind of my thing. I thought I heard somebody. Then we're going to go ahead and wind it up because it's been an hour I've been talking. Yeah, nobody needs this much of me. Melissa says my needle isn't sharp enough. Brand new needle. That's kind of frustrating. Try the other needles that I've got. They're a different brand. And Mom and Pop is on at 11 a.m. today, Eastern time, and Saturdays. And they put up long arm Wednesday on Wednesday, and then a quick weekend project on Friday. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. And if you are in Canada, you should check their shop out. They have not a free pattern. They have a pattern for what they worked on Saturday. It was $1.99 US, and it's a digital download. Very cute heart quilt, pixelated, using your stash. And I've went up. This is a jean needle. So I use jean needles for vinyl too. Thursday. Oh, I said Thursday. I meant Wednesday. I meant Wednesday. Not affiliate, not sponsored, just, like who I like. And she has Tula Pink fabrics. Oh my gosh, they're pretty. And I'm sorry if this was just very boring for y'all. I didn't want to, not do a live, but on the other hand, I was not inspired to do any quilting. May need a new needle. It is a new needle. wonder if I need a different brand because I don't usually use Singer. Lots of people use Singer. Probably too fuzzy to see. Oh. Let's see what these are. I get them in 5-packs because I don't want to keep a box of needles around, which they're cheaper like that, but I just don't want to keep the box. These are J needles too. I'll see now. I've got to compare them. Do not do this at home. Deborah used Singer and Oregon. I like Oregon too. Oregon is what the machines came with, and they worked great. Just usually Smiths. Let me make sure this phone is not my husband. Whoops. And then, no. All right, give me a needle. See if I can tell visually anything different. This one is sharper. When I poked the fabric, it just sounded different. Is that weird? Come on, you know you go around poking your fabric, petting your fabric. Don't act like you don't. Dee Dee's rotten and trying to cause trouble. Dee likes Coleen in big doses. Thank you. I think I rubbed some content creators the wrong way. I don't do it on purpose. I don't think my husband likes me in big doses either. When I make comments, I make sure they're positive and on point before I go sideways. I don't go sideways all the time. Just with people I know that can take it. Dee Dee. And they're very long comments. And you got thousands of people and hundreds leaving you comments. Congratulations. I forgot. Did I mention this? Okay, I keep saying I'm going to go, and I am going to go. It's actually easier to sit here when I'm not over my machine. My account, my brand account, this YouTube channel, is connected to my husband's email because it was connected to his before. So I had to shut off notifications for YouTube comments and things like that on my videos because he was getting dinged on his phone and it was driving him crazy, and I couldn't not get it to go to his phone for that because the email is set up like that. He needs it for his VA notices. So I only see the comments when I check the comments, and I try to do that at least once a week. I apologize if you had to wait on me to get back to you. And sometimes YouTube hides comments. I had a comment kept for 3 months. I had checked my YouTube almost daily for comments. I see one pop up that said it's been there for 3 months. It had not been there for 3 months. So anyway, that's YouTube's head game. We're going to get off here. And it was nice just chatting and dogging on my son, my husband a little bit because I'm not a good person. It could be worse. I don't know how, but it could be worse. Oh, I did start fires there. Now we know how it could be worse. I could start a fire. Everybody, gotta take off. Have a good week. Next week, I'll do better. I'll plan better. I'll have something better, even if it's just free motion quilting during the live. That seems like a really bad idea to me, so we're probably going to do it. Check out my moderators. If you're in a live with moderators, make sure you thank your moderators. They do a lot to help content creators who actually do things during their live, not just sit here and, chat for the whole time watching. Let's see. I think we got it in there. Last second. Oh, thank you, moderators. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. Don't forget Sunday, 9 Eastern, 9 a.m. Eastern will be the video from Melissa, Sylvia, and I, each one on our own channels with our take on this month's block of the month. And my brain just did a squirrel, and I don't remember what else I was going to say. Okay, I don't do this often, but I'm going to do it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, you know, blah, blah, blah. I actually just like, because YouTube likes that, and this is YouTube's world. We're all just living in it. Take care. Enjoy your week. Be the light you want to see in others, and I'll see you again.